This week's game progress has featured a couple new changes. So I have audio, that's the biggest change. So there's both background music and then sound effects for all my icons and other interactions. So we can hear the background music going off. And then if you open the shop, and then the buy and sell buttons, and then any of the icons on screen or through the other menus. And then one of the other changes is the watering system for both of these, or for the planting and the watering. We'll go ahead and just mute this for now. So those are some of the changes that I have in the audio. There's a few other areas that need to be implemented as well. Down on the home side of things, that door doesn't have any sound effects like the shop does. So I just need to go a little bit further. Just change this door to have more of like an opening generic door sound instead of the little chimes of the bells. And this one won't do anything, so that one gets to be left blank. Couple changes I still am working on implementing is changing her walk cycle to match the speed of which the player gets to move her around. It doesn't quite match up at the moment. She kind of slides around a little bit. And then I want to update these bushes. I just want to make them a little bit brighter so they don't feel as dark. And then I also want to change the texture on the ground here. It's a bit stretched out from what it was originally, so I just need to make sure it maps out correctly. And then the other thing I've been working on this week that's kind of taken up the most time is trying to get a system for new or purchasable beds. So over here we have the 12 beds that get laid out on start. These 4 bottom ones are going to be purchasable, so the player will be able to expand their garden as they gain more coins. So the goal right now is for players to be able to click this. It'll say, do you want to buy it for this much? You'll be able to confirm it. I need to change the text to match this to say 10 instead of the 50 that says right now. Just for testing right now, you'll notice this go down by 10 instead of 50. So it goes down. And then nothing really seems to happen, so that's part of the issue I'm working on. The purchase bed still stays visible or doesn't get destroyed. If we turn it off, though, we can see there's another one that gets spawned in underneath. The problem I've been having with that is that it doesn't add into the plant manager array, and because of this you're not able to plant any more items. And so if we go to our planting, we bump up a little bit, nothing is plantable here just because it's not part of the array, but all the other ones are, and so I just need to work on figuring out how to implement that incorrectly so you're able to plant. But once that's fixed, that will solve a big chunk of the problem, and then any of these beds are going to be able to be bought out. If we go to the home page, it's still kind of the same as it was before. New game doesn't do anything, so once I finish the kind of purchasing aspect of things, I'll implement a new game feature. Players will be able to refresh everything if they want. And then if we go back to the resume, the calendar still isn't working, unfortunately. It's another script that's been giving me some problems. So if I have time after, I'm going to be able to go back and fix that. If I'm not able to before launch, I will just turn that off for now and then be able to update my game later on with it, hopefully. The goal for everything is to have things published by next week, sometime in the mid-next week, and that'll give me some time to fix any changes that may come up or other issues, and then I'll be ready and hopefully published on the game store at the end of the week. I don't think there's anything else at the moment that's really come up. Those are kind of the last big changes that I'd like to do. If I have any extra time, I'd love to add in more details around here just to make it feel a bit more lived in. But so far, I think the game's been a big improvement upon where it started at, and there's still room for growth if I wanted to go that far, which I'm really excited to kind of explore. So that's where we're at right now.